Well, hello everyone. Long time no see. I'm Josh. Welcome to Smells Like. Got a really special edition. Just had to come back and do a YouTube video. It's been like 6 months since my last video. I've been really busy with school. But I've got the new Hermes H24 in this box right here. It was just dropped off the door. So I thought I would just do a quick unboxing video. Bienvenue, Hermes. Let's see what this thing is all about. I've been reading all about this fragrance, the process that Christine Nagel, the perfumer for Hermes, went through for this. I guess the idea is for it to really be modern, very much to encapsulate the idea of the modern man who is very technologically savvy, futuristic, on the cutting edge of tech, but then modernity, and then but also like rooted in tradition, which is kind of like what Hermes is all about. They want to be on the cutting edge of new things, but then they're also rooted in tradition. So I don't know what that means for a fragrance. Apparently one of the things she wanted to capture in this fragrance is the smell of like hot pressed clothes. So like that steamed, when you iron your clothes and you get that kind of like hot fabric smell mixed with the smell of the steam and the metal from the iron. I don't know how that will translate into a fragrance, but I'm really interested. There's also a narcissus in this, which is a floral component. So this is very much a blending of some natural traditional ingredients like florals and some kind of cutting edge aroma chemical technology type stuff. So that being all blended together. Another one of the things I know that she wanted to get away from with H24 was this whole woody thing that really pervades men's fragrances. That all men's fragrances have to have this woody component, and so she kind of got away from that a little bit. So let's just take a look here. H24. Apparently, all the materials are from recycled materials. This is also a refillable bottle, so you can get a refill and refill your bottle. So they wanted to be really aware of the environment with this. I know that another one of the big things is they found like a very small farm in Peru or something where they got the rosewood. So there's a real rosewood essence extract. I don't know. There's real rosewood in this, and that they sourced it from like a small local farm in Peru. So pretty cool. They really tried to not have a big environmental footprint, which I think is really important these days. And I don't think that they're doing it just to say they did it. I think it's something that that the perfumer actually cares about and that Hermes actually cares about. So here you go. H24. This is the Eau de Toilette, a new pillar for the men's Hermes fragrances. We'll definitely be seeing flankers of this, probably in Eau de Parfum next, maybe a pure perfume after that, or intense, or what have you. Let's get into it. So the bottle, I like very much. It's simple. It's got the metal shoulders on it there. So a little bit of a nod to Terre d'Hermes with the metal shoulders. Somewhat of an H shape, I guess, in the bottle, just that it's square, but not necessarily. Has kind of cool lines, meant to be very modern. I think it's pretty sleek, pretty cool. The glass has a nice heavy feel to it. Cap on top there says Hermes, Paris. Decent cap. Hermes sprayers are usually nice. Let's give this a spray. That's really what it's all about. So I've never smelled this. Okay, right off the bat, it's really fresh and bright. I definitely get that floral note right off the bat. So something very fresh. It may be the floral itself that's extremely fresh, like a fresh, almost like fresh white flowers, but not quite. I guess that's the narcissus. Um, it's almost fizzy. It's almost got like an effervescence, or like it's very bright. Supposedly there's also this steam accord in here that's meant to create the feeling of steam. Maybe that's that effervescence. If I use my imagination, I can understand how there'd be kind of a steam quality, like a cold steam. I know they wanted to get a somewhat metallic vibe in this without it smelling too metallic. They wanted to create that image in your mind without you smelling exactly like metal. This is really interesting. It's really cool. Really, all I'm getting right now is this very fresh, bright, almost effervescent floral. It's really all I'm getting. It's sweet as well, and I don't know if that's the floral or if the rosewood is coming in and is a little bit sweet. It's definitely masculine, even though it has that floral in it. Although I think I could see this leaning a bit unisex. Wow, it's very interesting. It almost reminds me of like something from the past that I can't put my finger on. Which I think that's when perfumery is at its best, when it conjures memories, even if you don't know exactly what it's reminding you of. So I get kind of some, like, this reminds me of something from the past, like something I would have smelled on my dad, like when I was a kid. I want to say gray flannel, but it doesn't smell like gray flannel at all. But it kind of reminds me of that vibe a little bit. Really interesting. So it's got that kind of throwback vibe just a little bit, but then it's also got this very modern, almost futuristic feel to it. And maybe that's probably just the marketing getting into my brain, but I like this. I'm going to give this a full wearing, and then I will come back and do a full review on this as soon as I've done that. But this is just a little unboxing and my initial impressions on Hermes H24. I like it. I'm really pleasantly surprised. It's different from anything else that's out in men's designers right now. I think Hermes has kind of I guess struck out in front of the pack, in my opinion. You know, Dior, they're still doing Flankers of Sauvage. Chanel, we haven't really seen anything new from them in a while. They're still on the blue train. You know, a new men's fragrance that's totally novel, doesn't smell like anything else. It doesn't have that amber wood. It doesn't have that cashmerean. There might be Isoe Super in here, I'm not sure, but it doesn't have that vibe to me. Like, it doesn't initially seem like it has a ton of Isoe Super like Terre d'Hermes does. I wouldn't be surprised if it has Isoe Super. For that matter, I wouldn't be surprised if it has some cashmere in it, but it doesn't smell like that. Like all the other new releases right now have that. Amberwood, cashmere, Isoe Super, that's the thing. It's that woodsy, amber, sweet woods thing. So this is different. This really does something different. So we'll have to see how this goes once it dries down. I'm going to say I like this. I don't know if I love it yet. I'll have to give it a full wearing. I like it just because it's so new. It's just a novel idea. And it's cool to get something that doesn't smell like everything else. And I think that Hermes is always trying to push the envelope like they did with Terre d'Hermes. And this, you know, Christine Nagel took the reins from master perfumer Jean-Claude Elena at Hermes. Now she's been the master perfumer for quite a few years, living in his shadow a little bit, and I think that this is a big stride forward for her as a perfumer, doing her own thing. This does not have Jean-Claude Elena's fingerprints on it like some of the other ones that she's done. but it does have that Hermes lightness, that sort of transparency that Hermes fragrances have become known for over the past 10 or 15 years. The quality is definitely there. And it's really that pungent floral note that hit me in the opening has really faded down. I think this is going to be one of those fragrances that is going to sit closer to the skin. I can already tell that. It's not going to be a big projection monster, which is going to make it good like for work, professional events, things like that. Really smells good, really smells clean, really smells quality. And I think this is going to be one of those that is kind of like take like a second skin. It's got a little bit of that musk, like that musky thing that is going to take on aspects of the wearer and give it kind of that transparent, musky vibe. Definitely a lot of that musk coming through now. And I'm getting some of the woods, but it isn't woody like a cedar. It isn't dry like a cedar wood or like an amber wood. It's very transparent, very smooth now. And I also get that steam, that it's going through all of it is this kind of steamy aspect. So interesting. So I'll be back with more on this at a later time. Good to see everybody. It's been a while. Hopefully I can make some more videos in the future. If you've had a chance to try this, let me know your thoughts. And or if you haven't, if you're excited to try this, let me know your thoughts on this. H24, the new men's fragrance from Hermes, created by perfumer Christine Nagel. That's it for me. Thanks everybody. Bye-bye.